I love that you talked about assess carefully, because it seems that sometimes it seems that it's quick to go, oh, it's apraxia of speech, right? But looking at the literature, there's actually some very specific criteria to look for, or characteristics to look for, if you really are calling or making a diagnosis of apraxia of speech. Can you speak to, and let me just say, and it seems like there's not a lot of consistency in the literature sometimes, although I think we're coming closer. Speak to what a clinician would look for in their careful assessment of a child with suspected motor speech problems.
The ASHA technical report is actually getting a little bit old now. It's from 2007. But I think characteristics defined in that report, as well as information we've gleaned over the more recent years, including the Murray et al. Article that came out not too long ago, we're looking for characteristics that speak to that movement pattern difficulty, the motor planning versus motor execution, where there's some inconsistency in their movements. We see prosodic disruptions, the segmenting or inability to assign lexical and sentential stress. We are looking at, vowel distortions didn't make it into the technical report, but I think over time, from earlier research to the present time, we see that vowels seem to be implicated in some way. And there are some studies suggesting that children with that diagnosis of apraxia are slower to resolve their vowel distortion. So I think it's fair to count that. Some people look for groping, but that can be, there are so many characteristics that can overlap with a severe phonologic disorder. But again, it's sort of looking at what do we see in the literature as far as the technical report in the Murray article, but how is it represented in this child based on what we'd expect a child of this age and ability to do. We too often see a young child being given the diagnosis of apraxia because we're asking them to do something that developmentally, motorically might be challenging for them no matter what. And so we have to be cautious about aligning what we're looking for also with the child as a whole.